Intro. Alfred E. Newman must have been a closet mystic. His magazine was out of the world. There we have so many signposts appearing, yet one must have the eyes to see. The following is from Wikipedia. The Mad Fold-In as a feature is found on the inside back cover of virtually every Mad magazine since 1964. Written and drawn by Al Jaffe until 2020, the fold-in is one of the most well-known aspects of the magazine. The feature was conceived in response to centerfolds in popular magazines, particularly Playboy. Explaining his original inspiration, Jaffe said, Playboy had a fold-out of a beautiful woman in each issue, and Life magazine had these large, striking fold-outs in which they showed how the Earth began, or their solar system, or something on that order. Some massive panorama. Many magazines were hopping on the bandwagon, offering similar full-color spreads to their readers. I noticed this and thought, what's a good satirical comment on the trend? Then I figured, why not reverse it? If other magazines are doing these big, full-colored fold-outs, well, cheap and old Mad should go completely the opposite way and do an ultra-modest black and white fold-in. In 2011, Jaffe reflected, the thing I got a kick out was Jeopardy showed a fold-in and the contestants all came up with a word they were looking for, which was fold-in. So I realized I created an English language word. It takes great wisdom to see satire. Satire is the use of humor, irony, exaggeration, or ridicule to expose and criticize people's stupidity or vices, particularly in the context of a contemporary politics and other topical issues. Note, this book isn't full of satire, yet behind the scenes satire exists. The mystics of old and good old Albert E. Newman would have been great friends. They had so much in common. They would have loved the Mad Fold-In. This world is not what it seems, and they clearly understood that notion. This book reflects common words that we take for granted and don't spend time pursuing the true meanings behind them. What mean worry could have come from a Zen master thousands of years ago? What is the sound of one hand clapping? Each word helps one to solve the puzzle of life. There is a riddle to solve. Come along on this cosmic fold-in. The journey lies inside of you. What you see with your eyes is not reality. Dear old Alfred, when I was in 6th grade, I had Mr. Walker as a teacher. One day, he went around the room asking each person, what was your hobby? When it came to Alfred's turn, he said, my hobby is to read the dictionary. The class laughed. Yet fast forward around 60 years, I still remember that. I don't remember any of my fellow classmates sharing their hobbies. I guess I picked on his hobby later in life. I love the power of words. I use this tool called Grammarly.
It's a great spell checker and it checks for grammar. Here are my latest statistics. Productivity. You are more productive than 98% of Grammarly users. Mastery. You are more accurate than 98% of Grammarly users. Vocabulary. You use more unique words than 96% of Grammarly users. Words checked with Grammarly over time, 41,808,197. Total words checked by Grammarly since May 20th, 2017. 58,166 last week. Thanks, Alfred, for sharing your hobby with the class. Wherever you are, your words that day planted a seed inside of me. I was too young to clearly understand that you were thinking outside of the box. Yet you dared to tell the class. I applaud you for that. Sometimes seeds are planted in ways that we never know. I was probably one of those who laughed. Sometimes we laugh when great wisdom is shown to us.
Stupid is what stupid does. The definition of stupid is as follows: having or showing a great lack of intelligence or common sense. Boy, have we ever seen this in the world today. When truth becomes fiction and fiction becomes the truth, stupidity rules all. Yet the stupid ones who rule think they are intelligence. When being a bully has more class than a humble ruler, stupidity is king. Where have our morals and ethics gone? Can we go beyond our politics? It seems like certain people will bring America down to its knees to hold on to power. Power corrupts. Look at the history books for that example. Yet many people think they can hold on to power and not get corrupted. Switch the shoes for the last 4 years and tell me, would you support what has happened in America today? Just switch the shoes and tell me how you would rule. A wise man does this all the time. How would this action benefit the other side? If it's not beneficial for all, let's reconsider our proposal. So many people are spinning the truth. Where does truth exist, if at all? True wisdom only exists inside of you, yet we think our leaders have it. Wisdom never comes from bullies. Wisdom never comes when a person or party bends the truth. Yet person says a falsehood over and over again, and they know it is a sign of stupidity. And unfortunately, millions of people will believe it. Have we, as a nation, become stupid people? If someone has a different point of view, we blast them and flame them. Where is common courtesy? Where is our humbleness? Where are our moral principles? In God we trust. It seems we trust stupidity, and we have a clear vision. Ponder this over. Transform. The definition of transform is as follows: to change in composition or structure, to change the outward form or appearance of, to change in character or condition, to cause a cell to undergo genetic transformation. What if I told you that the wise men from the past talked about transforming themselves? This is the goal of human life. The great tools of transformation have always been there. Like any tool, if you don't use it, it will not benefit you in any shape, way, or form. Using a tool helps one to transform. We are all on the treadmill of life. The mystics decided a long time ago to get off the treadmill. By doing so, one discovers the jewel within. This path is the most practical path. One must have his feet on the ground and your head in heaven. Be conscious and aware is the key. The more conscious you are, the more practical you can be. In this video game of life, the purpose is to transform. Life gets bored playing at the same boring level. Currently, humanity is playing at the same level for a long time now. Wars have never solved anything. They have caused extreme suffering on the land. Millions of innocent people have been killed due to man's war. War is one word I would love to delete from the human dictionary. It should be struck out. Yet, it's so easy to start a war. It doesn't take much. Just a person who has a pet peeve can start one. We are pulling out of Afghanistan after 20 years, yet utter chaos still exists. We leave the country worse off than it was 20 years ago. Each one of us can transform if we want. The only thing that is stopping us is our apathy. Management. Definition of management is as follows: the act or art or managing, the conducting, a supervising of something such as a business. Business improved under the management of new owners. Judicious use of means to accomplish an end is extremely cautious when it comes to money management. The collective body of those who manage or direct an enterprise. Management decided to hire more workers. How do we manage our lives? Is it on remote control? Do we manage our thoughts and emotions? Or, I've never thought about that before. Maybe, just maybe, it might be a good idea. They have been there since your birth. We take it for granted. Yet, we have never trained the dog with it. I find it fascinating that the word dog, spelled backwards, is God. It's like when you look into a mirror of life, the image gets reversed. All our problems in society today are due to our thoughts and emotions not in harmony. When the world at large does this, we put garbage in the living room of life. Consequently, we can't see the forest from the trees. How does one manage life? That is the crux of the question. What is keeping you alive? Do these words make you bored? If you are bored with life, you are missing out on the magic of life. Life is never boring. Your state of mind gets bored. Big difference. How do you manage your boredom? Do you have a healthy way, or do you indulge in ways that affect your mind and body? These are helpful hints. We will never stop fine-tuning the guitar of life. We can learn from one another.
Honor. The definition of honor is as follows: high respect, great esteem. 2. Adherence to what is right or to a conventional standard of conduct. I must, as a matter of honor, avoid any truth of dishonesty. Can you imagine how the world would change if we truly honored each other and held each other in high esteem? For many politicians, honor is a lost word. For many, I must stay in power at any cost. I must twist the truth so it is a lie. If I say the lie long enough, it eventually becomes truth in the face of my fellow Americans. I can spin the truth any way I believe. It doesn't have to be the truth. It can be an absolute lie, yet over time, the lie becomes the truth. Our forefathers never thought that this would ever happen. Many politicians don't honor our Constitution. They honor their own personal power. When others speak up and say that you're speaking a lie, the majority in power will condemn you and vote you out of your position. Honor is left on the sidelines. The cookie crumbles. Our democratic system is going down the drain. When the truth is fiction and fiction is the truth, what state of mind is America in? You see, the minds of those in power have twisted minds, and those twisted minds are in charge of making laws. We have gone back 50 years when they say the election is stolen. From this, many laws are made throughout the land to prevent average Americans to vote. Cheating by average Americans when voting is almost non-existent. Yet this lie that the election is stolen is believed by many. Many high courts have said that this is not true. The election was not stolen. Tell a lie long enough and many Americans will believe it. This is the soul of democracy that we are talking about. We are in a very fragile state of mind. When the lie becomes a reality, we are in a doomed state of existence. Honor and integrity are long gone. We have leaders who want to remain in power at any cost. That is a sad day for America.
Surprise. The definition of surprise is as follows: An unexpected or astonishing event, fact or thing. The announcement was a complete surprise. Synonyms: shock, bolt, from out of the blue, thunderbolt, bombshell, revelation. We have all had in our life surprises. Some are good, and some not so good. Life always will surprise us. Something unexpected will always come our way. One surprise at times leads to another surprise. Life unfolds its magic that way. We never know what comes our way. A wise person understands their internal surprises, not just external. These are the grandest surprises. The universe starts to unveil to you the magic of life. Mystics have been blown away for thousands of years. There are endless surprises inside of you. Kindness is the key to opening the door within. The universe is kind. Therefore, only through kindness can you enter. Anger will never take you anywhere in life. Tell me, has anger done anything positive towards your mind and body? So many people can't sleep properly due to stress. Did you know a daily habit of tensing and relaxing your body releases stress in your body? A relaxed body leads to a relaxed mind. Look at a cat when it wakes up. It slowly stretches and relaxes its body. The majority of mankind doesn't do this. We get completely taken by surprise when we get older. Disease kicks in because we didn't take care of this precious temple. Look, I'm not saying you won't age. I'm saying you can slow down the aging process. It's in your control. This human body temple is a miracle. Since I was a teenager, I believed in preventative medicine. My theory was, this is the only body you get, at least for this go around. We might as well take care of it.
Greetings. The definition of greetings is as follows: a salutation at meetings, an expression of good wishes, regards, usually used in plural, holiday greetings. From the bottom of my heart, greetings, good wishes to all humankind. The world needs this. Most certainly in this place and time. Chaos may be all around us, yet we have an inner buffer within that protects us. Come and sit by the fireplace within. Melt your mind into the warmth of the fire. The mind becomes ever so peaceful. Harmony and love are in the air. You may be stuck in the traffic jam of life. Internally, one resides in the peaceful cottage inside. All is calm. This is your natural state. This is who you truly are. Set aside your politics. Does it really matter? You can't change anyone except for yourself. Your true self is saying, greetings. It has been there for time immemorial. Mystics have been talking about this inner cottage for thousands of years. We have been caught up in the web of life and think that it is normal. How crazy that is. Yet we do it without knowing who we truly are. The truth needs no convincing, but somehow we do. What is it in us that doesn't want to feel the comfort of the fire within? I really can't answer that question for you. You must answer that for yourself. Maybe because we can't see it with your two eyes, we refuse to believe. Anyway, one day we will take our last precious breath. We will then return to the cottage of life. Finally, we will feel the warmth of the fire. Why not do it when you are alive? This is only a suggestion. Grin. Equanimity. The definition of equanimity is as follows. 1. Evenness of mind, especially under stress. Nothing could disturb his equanimity. 2. Right disposition, balance, physical equanimity. Wow, have we ever as a society missed the mark? This is the definition of sin, to miss the target. The opposite is the bullseye. I love the evenness of mind, especially under stress. Did you know that anger creates over 1,500 harmful chemicals into your chemistry set? By the way, that's your own body. Stress harms both your body and mind. Both of them are affected by it. Over time, disease is a state of being constantly stressed out. No wonder when we get old, so many people complain about their ailments. Look, I'm not saying you will never get sick, but you can slow down the aging process. Mystics have strived for equanimity for thousands of years. The Buddhists have even documented the various states of mind of being tranquil. Modern-day scientists recently have joined on with this ancient bandwagon. Balance is the key. Having the right disposition is the key. It seems like Patanjali, the Buddhists, and Jains were right. A calm body and calm mind are the secrets of life. I was talking to a dear old friend yesterday. Somehow we brought up the subject that human beings only see and hear only 1% of the light spectrum. The universe is singing to us while we are texting on the freeway of life. Isn't that ironic? Brahmanan said, I have witnessed such a great wonder. A well suspended in the sky from which ambrosia ceaselessly flows. A lame person climbs to it without any ladder and drinks jugs of that nectar. Gong, conches, and kettle drums ring out without being played by anyone. The deaf hears them and becomes ecstatic. They lose track of body and mind. Up there is a palace without foundation, which is radiant with light. The blind seize it and are so overjoyed they can't stop talking about it. In that place, a person dies, yet continues to live and has strength without eating food. Brahmanan says that only a rare soul can understand his tale. True equanimity exists inside of you. You are the universe. You just don't know it. A verse. On Saturday, January 5th, 2002, I received a Kabbalah message. Look up the word Avarse. I forgot that message for over 19 years. Fast forward 19 years. I wrote a book on Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. Patanjali taught about the 8 limbs on the tree of life. The Jains have the same identical teachings. This is from one limb they have. Apargata. Non-avarse, non-possessiveness. The definition of avarse is an excessive or insatiable desire for wealth or gain, greediness. This excessive desire for wealth or gain has been around for thousands of years. It looks like the rock has always been on our shoulders. Nothing is ever enough. Billionaire wealth grew 1.3 trillion since mid-March 2020. Wow, that's insanity. Yet how much did you make last year, if any at all? Millions of people lost their jobs. 1 out of every 5 kids in America doesn't have enough food to eat. Many of these fine billionaires give less than 0.001 of their profits to charity. That's like giving 1 penny and patting yourself on the back. We can change this world if we understand and feel the connection that we are all sailing together on the ocean of life. Let's help and support those in need. That's the least we can do. We are going from me to we. Ponder this over. It took me 19 years to look up this word. In each and every moment, the universe is offering advice. Sometimes we listen and then forget. Pay attention to your life. The universe is talking to you. Obstacles. The definition of obstacles is as follows: a thing that blocks one way, or prevents or hinders progress. Sounds like life. Life will always throw us curveballs. That's the nature of life. It's how we react to those curveballs that matter. We can be positive and uplifting with the situation, or we can be down in the dumps and have self-pity. It's up to each one of us how we react. The same exact situation can happen to two people. One person will take the high road. One person will take the low road. One person will get angry. One person will simply smile. One person loves the rain and jumps in the puddles. One person gets soaked and complains every step of the way. One person holds the precious jewel. The other person throws the jewel on the ground. One person says, whatever happens, happens for good. The other person says, woe's me. Attitude is everything in life. Attitude creates your actions, whether good or bad. These actions lead to a habit. Your habits define you as a person. Either one has sour grapes in life, or one sips on the sweet wine that has been offered. You determine the outcome. It's as simple as that.
Reciprocity. The definition of reciprocity is as follows: the quality or state of being reciprocal, mutual dependence, action or influence, a mutual exchange of privileges. So specifically, a recognition by one of two countries or institutions of the validity of licenses or privileges granted by the other. In other words, this is the law of giving and receiving. The more you give, the more you receive. The more you receive, the more you give. This is a universal law. We are dependent upon life itself. We couldn't live 1 second without it. The essence of life is kindness, love, patience, and tolerance. A wise man understands this. He knows there's an infinite well within. One becomes intoxicated by these living waters and shares the kindness to the world. If each one of us did this, the kingdom of heaven would manifest on earth. The wise man says it's a divine privilege. Yet the operating system, hardware, and software has always existed inside of you. You just have to turn on the computer. This is an ancient riddle. Hopefully, you might ponder on these words. They could totally transform your life. listening. The definition of listening is as follows: to pay attention to sound, listen to music, to hear something with thoughtful attention, give consideration, listen to a plea, to be alert to catch an unexpected sound, listen for his step. Here's what the Dalai Lama says about this subject. When you talk, you're only repeating what you already know. But if you listen, you may learn something new. As a society in general, it's all about talk. Nobody's truly listening to each other. Look at current day politics. The louder and more a person puts gasoline on the fire, the less the person listens to the other party. True communication cannot take place. Words are used as weapons instead of bridging the gap between us. If we want the left wing and right wing of the glorious eagle to fly, we must listen to one another. I have friends who truly get a kick of mocking the other side. They truly enjoy it. They take delight in it. Yet their actions are pulling America down the drain. We will always have disagreements in life. That's the nature of life. Yet, we can have compassion and tolerance towards another person's point of view. If we aren't kind towards each other someday, America won't survive. Hatred will never bring a country to express its highest values. Yet currently, we have blinders on our eyes. We think we are justified in mocking people and putting them down. This is becoming the norm in politics today. We only vote along the party lines, not voting by conscience. Look at the riot at the Capitol building. Need I say more? If the other side did this, the same feeling would arise. What an atrocity. Yet, when our own party is responsible, we vote along the party line. If we don't listen to each other soon, the situation will get worse, my friend. Barriers. The definition of barriers is as follows: a fence or other obstacles that prevent movement or access. We all place barriers in our life. Some are big, while some are small. Many times, depending upon the belief systems we have, we create them. Mind you, it's just a construct in your mind. It's like an elephant tied by a chain. From its youth, it's been tied down. As an adult, it doesn't know it can easily break the chain that is tying him down. The wise man would teach the elephant with kindness. Over time, the elephant would gather trust in him. Through that trust, the elephant would learn the truth and set himself free. Kindness can overcome any barriers that we have. During these chaotic times, many people think their political party will save them. Consequently, they place Many different kinds of barriers. I'm right, you're wrong, I hate you, I'm pissed off. Anger becomes the norm. Unfortunately, we can't see the barriers we placed in our lives. That does not mean if I can't see it, it doesn't exist. Our subconscious is running around 95% of the show. We only have 5% conscious awareness. That's quite slim. How do we remove, then, these barriers? Just asking that question yourself is the first step. Hope. The definition of hope is as follows: to cherish a desire with anticipation, to want something to happen or be true. Trust. As human beings, hope is the foundation of life. Despair is the opposite. We need to find the inner rock inside of us, daring these chaotic times. It's so easy to experience despair. Stormy weather is all around us. We are looking for shelter. The lights went out. The water got turned off. Nobody knows when it will get turned on again. During these times, hold on to hope. It will show you the way. Hope is the power that tells you all things must pass. Nothing is stable and fixed in the outside world. Everything changes. Being hopeful is your true essence. It will guide you home. It is a silent beacon. It is a homing device. It guides you through precarious situations. Hope allows you to go on in this incredible journey of life. I have witnessed so many twists and turns on this journey. We all have gone up mountains and down into the valley of despair. Let's face it, life is not a simple joyride. At least mine hasn't been. Yet through inner hope, I can see the cartoon of life. It makes me laugh going through tough times. I know I'm not alone. That, my friend, is an incredible feeling. We're all on the same boat, sailing home together. Let's help our fellow passengers. Let's be kind to each other. That's the least we can do. Uplift. The definition of uplift is as follows: to lift up, elevate, to improve the spiritual, social, or intellectual conditions of. Rise. This is our sacred duty in life. We are born to help uplift mankind. Each one of us has a precious gift to offer this world. It is custom designed. Yet for some reason, we love to mock our fellow man. People get extremely angry when someone holds a different point of view on life. We don't have much tolerance for people who are different. Yet, we are meant to soar. How can we untangle ourselves from the web we have created? We have lost our discrimination. Truth is fiction. Fiction is truth. If a president tells a lie long enough, millions of people will eventually believe it. To be honest, for many people, upliftment is a play on words. It's a farce. It can't be true. I'll prove you are wrong. And even those people experience upliftment. Just listen to your favorite song. Somewhere deep down in your soul, one connects. Words can't describe what happens. If the body, mind, and soul knows that something beautiful just occurred. If we want peace on earth, help by uplifting your fellow man. That's the least we can do. Harmony. The definition of harmony is as follows. A. An orderly or pleasing combination of elements in a whole. Color harmony, the order and harmony of the universe. A relationship in which various components exist together without destroying one another. Different kinds of fish living in harmony. A relationship characterized by a lack of conflict or by agreement as of opinion or interest. Family harmony. We need harmony in our lives. Think it over. How much in harmony is your mind, body, and soul connection? Do you ever think about it? Are you consciously trying to fine-tune the guitar of life? Do you think before you speak? Or do you just rattle what comes to your mind? A wise man is one who strives for harmony in each and every moment. Harmony is a state of being. Harmony is a state of mind. We live our lives in chaos, yet we think everything is fine. A wise man understands the world may be in chaos, yet he can live in the center of the hurricane. The older I get, I see the importance of harmony in my life. Our lifestyles directly relate to the state of harmony we are in. If you have a chaotic lifestyle, your life will be chaotic. The disease will be coming, knocking on your door. Even if you consciously try to be in harmony, events will happen to you. But because of consciously trying to be in harmony, they will be small hiccups in life. Even if it is a major bump you hit on the road in life, harmony acts as a shock absorber. Someday, death will be knocking on your door. A man of harmony knows that he is eternal. It's time to change our clothes. This state of mind exists inside of you. Unity. The definition of unity is as follows: the quality or state of not being multiple, oneness. A definite amount is taken as one, or for which one is made to stand in circulation in a table of natural signs. The radius of the circle is regarded as unity. Identity element, a condition of harmony, accord. How does a nation unite? We are so divided. Chaos is all around. As pandemic has overcome the lag, our Capitol building was ransacked. Even in the midst of this unity can't be found. We hold on to our political views. What is the truth is considered lies. What is lies is the truth for many. The wise man has said, enter into the silence. In silence lies the unity of life. We all wear tainted glasses when we are angry. We think we are so wise. Yet we have no true wisdom or discrimination. You would think that we should know by now that anger never solves anything. It just puts gasoline on the fire of life. A wise man just smiles at diversity. He has nothing to prove. An ignorant man will try to force his views on you. He will get extremely angry if you don't see his point of view. Unity is the thread of love, tying us all together. Behind your breath lies the answer. Only you can solve this puzzle. Aloha. The definition of aloha is as follows. Aloha is the essence of being. Love, peace, compassion, and a mutual understanding of respect. Aloha means living in harmony with the people and land around you with mercy, sympathy, grace, and kindness. We all come from stardust. Aloha is the essence of our being. It's our true nature. We must cultivate aloha in our lives, especially during these chaotic times. Daily, we must pull our weeds and take care of our inner garden. The world is caught up in anger, yet millions of people are waking up from their slumber. The aloha spirit is alive. It is calling you to transform. You are magnificent. You are a miracle. Behind your breath lies the mana of life. Hobby. The definition of a hobby is as follows. Activity is done regularly in one's leisure time for pleasure. I love that definition. What are your hobbies? I love ethnic food cooking. Ever since I was 5 years old, my mom and dad introduced me to it. I love the diversity of each cuisine. The smell, the spices fills the kitchen air. I'm not in a hurry. Time is on my side. Cooking with love is natural. Unlike cooking in most restaurants, is for profit. Love is the main ingredient in life. Cooking with this ingredient consciously makes the meal even more delicious. Laughter is in the air. Laughter and love go together. It infuses the dish with divine intoxication. Who said you can't get drunk by eating your vegetables? Throughout ages, moms have cooked like this. On Sunday, the whole clan comes over for dinner. Conversations are in the air. The celebrations of friendship fills the air. Let's toast to life. Remember the sweet moments of your mom's cooking. You can still smell the aroma long after she passes. If we could capture that feeling, the world would be in a better place. Sweet memories, don't take them for granted. Preventative. The definition of preventative is as follows. Designed to keep something undesirable, such as illness, harm, or accidents from happening. Preventative medicine. Quite frankly, our nation isn't very good at it. New Zealand took serious measures for the virus. Consequently, everything is almost back to normal. In the US, the current administration had no plan. They mocked the new president to be for wearing a mask. After each holiday, there were serious spikes in death and people getting the virus. Thanksgiving was the breaking point. A few weeks later, all hospitals in California were at the breaking point. Still, over 85 million Americans traveled during Christmas. Thanksgiving only had 25 to 35 million. Yet look at the havoc that has been done. We think we are in bad shape now. Just wait a few more weeks. In New Zealand, they used common sense and had a serious master plan. In the White House, they had parties with no social distancing and wearing a mask. Millions of people get their guidance from the White House. If the president doesn't wear a mask, I'm not going to wear one. The deaths and people getting the virus go higher day by day. Common sense is uncommon. One wise man once said that we are sawing the branch we are sitting on. The current administration went out to lunch and never came back. New Year's is coming next week. How many people will ignore the recommendations from the CDC? We have shallow and unselfish thinking. Talk to the people on the front lines, and they are desperate for Americans to listen and follow basic guidelines. Talk to the people who lost their loved ones and will never get it back. Have we turned into a selfish nation? It's all about my inconvenience. Thousands of frontline workers have lost their lives trying to keep us alive. You can drink your champagne in your living room this New Year's. That's the least you can do. Wisdom. The definition of wisdom is as follows: the quality of having experience, knowledge, and good judgment. The quality of being wise. Listen to his words of wisdom. Wisdom is different from information. We are inundated with information. So much can be true, yet so much is false. Many people like to spin the truth. Many people pass on information as truth, yet they know it is a lie. How does one become wise during these difficult times? So many people force their information on you. The wise man understands only by entering the state of silence does true wisdom arise. In silence lies the infinite fountain of wisdom. The wise man just smiles at life. He has nothing to prove. Praise. The definition of praise is as follows: the expression of approval or admiration for someone or something. We are built to receive praise and to give praise. It is built into our very nature. One who taps into silence understands this message. In silence, the universe praises us. We are a part of her. That's our true nature. Yet in silence, we praise nature. Silence is the ultimate way of praising. No words need to be spoken. There is a direct communication to the jewel that lies within. This is who you truly are. You are the universe. You just don't know. You are magnificent. You might ask yourself, what happened? How did I lose my connection? Praise your mind, body, and soul. Listen to what it's telling you. Slow down. Learn to enter into the silence. You're so busy looking at the world. The greatest treasure exists inside of you. Only you can dig it up. Nobody can do it for you. Grace. The definition of grace is as follows: A virtue coming from God. B, a state of sanctification enjoyed through divine assistance. C. Approval, favor. There is a shower of grace existing inside of us. No matter what's going outside, the shower is always on. It's the most wonderful shower there is. It cleanses the mind, body, and soul. One who enters into the silence understands this riddle. It is always there. Yet, we are looking in the wrong direction. The more you pay attention to something, the more attention it pays to you. Pay attention to grace, and grace will pay attention to you. Meditation allows one to open the door to the shower within. Step into your shower. It's at the perfect temperature. Reverence. The definition of reverence is as follows: a deep respect for someone or something. What level of reverence do we have? In the U.S., anger is on the rise. People are blaming each other. We have lost our wisdom about being a great nation. We sent a man to the moon, yet we can't solve our social problems. The silent virus has the upper hand at this moment in time. Until we have reverence towards each other, we will lose this battle. Petty we are. I'm right, and you are so wrong. The same power that is keeping you alive is the same power keeping me alive. We are the same. How far has man drifted from each other? We are just wearing social blinders on this journey of life. We think we see clearly. We see only 1% of the light spectrum. Did you know the human body is wired to see the whole spectrum? Only by going within can you solve this puzzle. Reverence is a state of mind. We have forgotten our true nature. Ignorance. The definition of ignorance is the following: lack of knowledge or information. Socrates said, "Know thyself," many moons ago. What has humanity done since then to discover the jewel inside? Mother Nature sent us to our rooms to think things over. Yet we bitch and moan and get bored along the way. Many people refuse to wear masks, even if it could kill their grandmothers. They say it is my right not to wear one. Maybe you might like a ventilator instead. If you are bored, you're missing out in life. Boredom is a state of mind. Being bored, you're stuck inside of your box. You can't think properly. You think you are wise. If I say you are the universe, you just don't know it. One who is bored will roll their eyes. The wise man will simply smile. Scientists know the existence of the quantum field. It is beyond time and space. You are a part of that field. You came from it. You will return to it. You have an opportunity to experience it while you are alive. You are magnificent. You are glorious. Your true nature is kindness. You are meant to see the unity of all life. You are hardwired to see God. The software has always been there, yet you live a petty life. The mirror of life is full of dust inside of you. Only you can clean it. Nobody can do it for you. God is your coach. As your coach, he can't play the game for you. You have free will. Nobody is trying to convince you. The truth needs no convincing. All your book knowledge and degrees don't mean a thing if you haven't discovered the jewel inside. This is a video game of life. Let's go beyond the level where we throw garbage in our living rooms. During the shutdown, Mother Earth is cleaning up our mess. Yet we are so determined to go out and act as nothing has changed. Are we spoiled brats? Mother Nature has given us a lesson to learn, yet we are blowing her off. Remember, we need Mother Earth. She doesn't need us. Ignorance will bring man to a state of drowning, yet he thinks, I'm saved. A wise man once said the following many moons ago when I was young. Man is sawing off the branch he is sitting on. We have the opportunity to change, yet we fight over a simple thing as to wear a mask or not. We live in a state of me, and me. No wonder chaos is on the earth. There are around 7 billion people on earth, and we have this attitude. We are going from me to we. It will take time. Hopefully, we will be mature enough to grow and learn. We are stuck in our ignorance.
Infinity. The definition of infinity is the following: the quality of being infinite, the unlimited extent of time, space, or quality, boundlessness, an infinite greater number or amount, an infinity of stars, the limit of the value of a function or variable when it tends to become numerically larger than real assigned finite number. A distance so great that the rays of light of a point source at that distance may be regarded as parallel You are infinite, yet it seems like we are texting on the freeway of life. What happened? Inspiration. Definition of inspiration: the divine influence or action on a person believed to qualify him or her to receive and communicate sacred revelation. The act or power of moving the intellect or emotions. The act of influencing or suggesting opinions. The act of drawing in, specifically the drawing of air into the lungs, the quality or state of being inspired, something that is inspired, a scheme that was pure inspiration, an inspiring agents or influence. Did you know that by being conscious of your inhale and exhale, one gathers inspiration in one's life? There's a direct correlation between breathing and inspiration. One who tries to consciously be aware of the breath moment by moment is truly inspired. Each and every breath we take is a miracle. Yet, we are too busy texting on the freeway of life. Slow down on the freeway. Stop your car. Take a few moments to feel your divine breath inside of you. You are never alone. Apathy. The definition of apathy is as follows: lack of interest, enthusiasm, or concern. When it comes to man discovering the jewel within, apathy is there. When the great teachers told you to be aware of your breath at all times, apathy is there. When the mystics and scientists say, "You are the universe," apathy is there. When one says, "You are never alone," apathy is there. Man is more interested in his football games than the secrets of the universe. Look at the roaring crowd rooting for their home teams. What a buzz of energy is in the air. Yet, we have a total lack of interest, enthusiasm, or concern for the unknown. I find that quite fascinating. Signposts to God all around, yet we could care less. This human body is hardwired to discover God within, yet a football game gathers great enthusiasm, while the unknown seems boring. No wonder humanity is in such a mess. Intuition. The definition for intuition is as follows: the ability to understand something immediately without the need for conscious reasoning. We all have intuition built in, yet for the majority of people it is dormant. We spend so much time developing our intellect. As a child we had it, yet society over time frowned upon it. I find that ironic. We all have that gut feeling of intuition. We all, at some point in time, listen in our gut in times of danger. For many people, their intuition has saved their life. Intuition can be cultivated. The more you pay attention to something, the more attention it pays to you. It's like a tuning fork. A tuning fork will vibrate at the frequency that is in the air. For example, close your eyes. Focus on your breath. When you feel calm, focus your attention on your gut. Scientists have found there's a second brain in your gut. Focus your attention there. The calmer you get over time, your intuition will be clearer. Your subconscious will talk to you through feelings. You'll be able to understand something without your conscious mind. Your intuition will take you to places where you can't even imagine. We're thinking inside of the box. Your intuition is outside of the box. Great wisdom streams through your intuition. You are tapping into the quantum field. Many great scientific discoveries came from the field of intuition. A person who learns to develop his intuition becomes wiser over time. With so much information we are bombarded with, a person with intuition can sort through what is true and what is false. Good old Albert Einstein used intuition in his daily life. Teach your children this wisdom. You may not be interested, but your children or grandchildren definitely need this. They will soar in life. Intuition is the key to help guide us. We all have an internal GPS system with us. Gratitude. If you want a happier life, express gratitude in your life. Gratitude is the bond which ties the earth and heaven together. It is the glue which binds us all. Modern-day scientists in the West have been studying gratitude for around 30 years. They find when a person is in a state of gratitude, the heart is in resonance and balance. Modern days man's heart is not in balance. So many people today have heart problems. Most of this is by the stress we inflict upon ourselves and the external environment. Gratitude is a state of mind. Imagine planting a seed of gratitude. Daily, you water that seed. You take out the weeds on a daily basis. You take care of your garden. Over time, your garden will flourish. The East have been practicing this for thousands of years. They discovered long ago the flower of gratitude in one's life. Gratitude has a sweet perfume which permeates everywhere. You can see the difference between one who is full of gratitude and one who hates this world. The definition of gratitude is as follows: the quality of being thankful, readiness to show appreciation for and to return kindness. I like that. Personally, I think the entire universe is in that state of awareness. We have that quality inside of us. We just need to cultivate it. Your world would change so much if you daily cultivated it. Watch your thoughts, they become words. Watch your words, they become deeds. Watch your deeds, they become habits. Watch your habits, they become character. Character is everything. When one does this in each and every moment, one has cultivated gratitude. The inner guru. The definition of a guru is as follows: one who takes you from darkness and takes you into the light. You can have the greatest teachers on earth. You can have the greatest tools and practices on earth. You can memorize all the great scriptures. Yet, if you don't put these into daily practice, where are you going? Nobody can walk the path for you. Only you can discover your true nature. After all, this is who we are talking about. You are the universe. You just don't know it. Ponder this over.
The definition of synchronicity is the coincidental occurrences of events, and especially psychic events, as similar thoughts in widely separated persons, or a mental image of an unexpected event before it happens. How does that sound? Spooky? All of us have had this feeling before. We can't quite pinpoint it. It's like a part of us is beyond time and space. It's called our higher selves. This part is like a cosmic soup where the entire universe came from. It is beyond time and space. As humans, we are hardwired for this experience. This is why at times we have the feeling of synchronicity. Somehow we tap into this state and bring something up which is out of the ordinary. A mystic state of mind is ordinary, yet for us it's not. We all have these gifts inside of us. Look within for the answers. The definition of infinite is the following: limitless or endless in space, extent, or size. Impossible to measure or calculate. When I was young, that would blow my mind. I couldn't even imagine such a thing. Now fast forward many moons, and my life loves to ponder such things. I have learned that by going inside, we can try to solve the mysteries of life. Your true nature is infinite. Isn't that amazing? Your true nature is kind. Can you imagine infinity is aware? It is love, compassion, kindness, patience, and tolerance. This is your true nature. You can discover this. It is hidden inside of you, just waiting to be found. The definition for adapt is make something suitable for a new use or purpose. Modify. All the great mystics have talked about this. You have the opportunity to tune into the universe inside of you. It already exists. This is your true nature. You just need to adapt to this new wisdom. Take it to heart. Your body is hardwired for this experience. The more you adapt yourself to this realization, the more it will pay off. You are an incredible diamond. The definition of adventure is the following. Engage in hazardous and exciting activity, especially the exploration of unknown territory. I remember as a kid, I took a yoga class. At that time, yoga was relatively unknown in America. Yoga was around during the late 1800s, yet the majority of the population thought it was on the fringe. It was definitely an unknown territory. This love for adventure took me all over the world. With a surfboard in my hand, a backpack on my back, and a yearning to discover my true nature, I was off. I had quite the adventure. I learned the greatest adventure lied inside. This is truly unknown territory. You can live anywhere and have a simple life, but by exploring your true nature is the adventure of a lifetime. Lock a person up and put them in solitary confinement and see what happens. The greatest adventure is to tame your mind. That is probably the most difficult thing to do. Mystics have talked about this for thousands of years. Today, yoga is mainstream. Millions of people practice it. Maybe something is going on. We are slowly learning more about life. Keep your honor. Your honor is worth more than gold. The day you die, all your gold will disappear into the night. Yet your honor will stay with you. The definition of honor now. High respect, esteem, regard with highest respect, fulfill an obligation or keep an agreement. I have said that the spiritual path leads one to honor and respect. It leads one to honor this precious human body. Your human body is more precious than any church or temple. Inside your human body lies God. Honor your body. Take care of it. It's the only body you have. Honor your mind. Pay attention to what comes out of your mouth. Don't put gasoline on the fire. Stop, look, and listen. If you say anything, speak from kindness. See that the person who is angry is in pain. Be compassionate toward your fellow man. If you can do this, you are truly honoring God. Learn how to meditate. The more you experience your true essence, the more you will honor life. God honors you by keeping you alive. He does not judge you. He just offers the sweetness of breath. A man of true honor will honor God and the universe. He won't be boastful or say, "Look at me." He will simply smile. He has nothing to prove. This is the essence of honor. Ego is not part of his being. Yes, there is ego, but it's under control. In this state, man is in harmony with life. Anger and hate have disappeared. This is our true state. When we reach this state, life will be honoring us. This is the purpose of human life, to transform. We are the caterpillar, eating the leaves of life. In reality, we are the butterfly. We can transform ourselves. The butterfly is our true nature. By transforming ourselves, we are honoring God. This is the highest praise and honor we can give to God. This is why we are alive. Ponder these words. You can solve this puzzle. When I spent time in India, I spent time contemplating on God. One of my favorite definitions was the following: God, generator, operator, and destroyer, otherwise known as Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. I find it quite fascinating that many of the major religions have a trinity: Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. You might have imagined I've spent a considerable amount of time pondering over such things. Just think, everything in the universe is created. The sun, moon, and stars. It can exist for billions of years. Yet, astronomers have witnessed a supernova. A star goes up in glory. Even our own planet someday will be stardust. Everything eventually goes back to the source. Nothing can escape that fact. This is the greatest magic trick of all time. Who knows how many times the universe has been created and destroyed? Yet we come into this world for such a short time. It's only a blink of an eye. I get great joy and bliss thinking about such matters. Puts my life in more perspective. At times we play such petty games. There is a vastness in space that is beyond human comprehension. I'm sure the modern-day astronomer can say the same. We now have observatories mounted on satellites searching all over the universe. Now that's spending taxpayers' money to a great cause. I find it fascinating that we are the universe. We just don't know it. All the great masters have shown the way to discover our true nature. Personally, the inward and the outer journey is the same. As Guru Nanak once said, everyone knows that a raindrop is part of the ocean. But how many people know that the entire ocean is contained in the raindrop? Sounds like a holograph to me. One thing I learned while in India is that the entire universe is aware and conscious. Indians say to each other, Jai Sat Chit Anand. In other words, truth is the consciousness of bliss. The entire universe awareness is bliss. When I first heard the concept of bliss many moons ago, I really didn't understand it. It wasn't happiness or worldly love. It was beyond that. Bliss was something that was both physical and spiritual. When the mind is focused on truth, the mind is in bliss. Bliss is the ingredient or drug which calms down the mind. There are no harmful side effects. This is your true nature. There is such an opioid addiction in the United States. Every day people are dying from an overdose. They are suffering and yet can't find how to go beyond it. The journey within will help one to solve the mysteries of life. Come and discover your true nature. It's only one breath away.
I love the definition for forgive. Stop feeling angry or resentful towards someone for an offense, flaw, or mistake. Imagine a person does you wrong. You have every right to be angry. Time passes, and the person who wronged you has forgotten the situation. But you haven't. The anger is still festering within. The poison left by the arrow lies inside of you. The moment you truly forgive yourself and the other person, true alchemy occurs. True healing can take place. This is the law of forgiveness. It doesn't say you must forget the experience. The law says to forgive. Big difference. As a world, we would truly be more content if we forgive ourselves and others. Learn from your mistakes. Forgive yourself and others along this journey of life. Here's some definitions of ego. A person's sense of self-esteem or self-importance, a boost to my ego. For psychoanalysts, the part of the mind that mediates between the conscious and the unconscious and is responsible for reality testing and a sense of personal identity. For metaphysics, conscious thinking subject. Our ego can be man's best friend or his worst enemy. We have seen that for thousands of years. In the Buddhist tradition, they have studied the mind and ego for thousands of years. They have learned practical tools to cultivate the ego and mind. Imagine a farmer planting the seeds and going through the process of the final picking of the crop. Mystics have taught the same inward farming. You can cultivate the mind and ego to be a true reflective nature of ourselves. This is the greatest thing we can do for ourselves and the world at large. In fact, you can't take anything with you when you die, but you can take the fruits that you have cultivated with you. Imagine you are a conscious thinking subject
inside of a human body. You are the universe. You just don't know it. One definition of the word root is as follows: the basic cause, source, or origin of something. With that definition in place, what is our origin? Where do we come from? Is there a place where we come from when we are born? Is there a place we go to when we die? What is the root cause of all? Can you know our origins when we are alive? There are many questions we have about our roots. Ponder this message. Will make you think where you came from. Here's some definitions of ego. A person's sense of self-esteem or self-importance. A boost to my ego. For psychoanalysts, the part of the mind that mediates between the conscious and the unconscious and is responsible for reality testing and a sense of personal identity. For metaphysics, a conscious thinking subject. Our ego can be man's best friend or his worst enemy. We have seen that for thousands of years. In the Buddhist tradition, they have studied the mind and ego for thousands of years. They have learned practical tools to cultivate the ego and mind. Imagine a farmer planting the seeds and going through the process of the final picking of the crop. Mystics have taught the same inward farming. You can cultivate the mind and ego to be a true reflective nature of ourselves. This is the greatest thing we can do for ourselves and the world at large. In fact, you can't take anything with you when you die, but you can take the fruits that you have cultivated with you. Imagine you are a conscious thinking subject inside of a human body. You are the universe. You just don't know it.